Hello and welcome back, Eddie, King of Arena. I wonder if I should call this game Clown King against Arena King, because Eddie still is, kind of, or King of Arena. Eddie is rated 2002, so his rating decayed, obviously, and I think he hasn't been playing in a while, maybe a single game or two here and then, but that's pretty much it. And actually, he played a total of, I think, 7 games against Terra here. I picked 3 of those games. I think it ended with a win for Terra in total, but I'm not going to spoil anything now. Let's see how this map is going. It's the first one for Eddie in quite a while, or the first set, and he's playing Magyars against JonSlow Persians, and I'm not really sure what's the better civilization here. Magyars seem to be really fine. Early Arbalest, maybe into Paladin, into Magyar Hussars. We could see Onager here, no, probably not. Not sure about it. Heavy Cav Archers, always an option with the Magyars. I hope it's going to be interesting. We have a little bit of a scout fight, or had happening, and JonSlow tried to go and take down Eddie's scout. Eddie's saying, yeah, come on in, let's find out how you do this, and now JonSlow trapped his own scout, which is not good for him. Eddie, in the meantime, might try to go for the deer, or maybe not, I'm not sure. I think he needs to get rid of JonSlow's scout first, before trying to go for the deer, but he's getting the first boar in. We have Eddie with the main stone safe in the back, the second stone in safe in the back. You don't really need a castle in the Magyars, at least not that desperately. Main gold forward, second gold forward inside, third gold forward outside. The map for Eddie not really looking good. One really close to space, another really going left hand side, not too far away. 3 deer outside, which he could lure in, but where's Eddie's scout actually? I don't see, no, it's in the back here. So he's scouting his own map for now. I'm not sure if he's missing sheep or anything, but it looks like he's got all of them. Or maybe he's missing one of the boar? Wait, did Eddie have 2 boars already? Team population, that's 1. Did he get 2? No, there's the other boar, and ooh, nice. Eddie attacking first, the villager is close, and that means Terra has to run away, and the villager should be able to get that boar in. But Eddie is playing careful. You can see his JonSlow trying to block the boar, and now the scout is down. The villager is only on 11 HP, but it will make its way back to the TC without too many problems. Going to the TC, you're fine. Good. Eddie is not too rusty, apparently. Let's find out if that's true later on, because it's really not about the Dark Age, this arena map. It's more about the Castle Age, let's be honest, usually at least, sometimes Thrush with the Feudal Age. And Dark Age is more or less the preparation that you need, and on this expert level, Dark Age can make a difference, I guess, but it shouldn't make the biggest difference ever. When you lose, you usually don't lose in Dark Age, in my opinion at least. Maybe I'm wrong here, and of course players can lose in Dark Age, but not in this game, I hope. Main stone on the side for JonSlow, second gold on the right hand side is outside, or maybe the third gold actually. One really close, another really quite close to the space as well. On the left hand side, extra gold, extra stone, second stone on the left, extra gold here in the neutral zone actually. And then there's the main gold, rather safe in the back, and the second gold inside, close to the walls, but on the far side. And we do see bergs coming up from JonSlow. Eddie is up first, 25 villagers, that's 26 population, and he's sending another villager to gold now. I guess she was going back towards TC. 4 farms up and running. Eddie is still going for the deer. He got 2 of them apparently. 5 villagers on berries. That's something that Eddie's doing a lot. I think he has always had 5 villagers on berries, if he's not going for some sort of crazy all-in strat or so. And the last deer is moving in. Can he shoot it? Yes, perfect. Eddie going with the market and the blacksmith here, not going aggressive. And that means we might see a monastery, but other than that, I think Eddie is just gonna go for a 3TC mini boom, which is really unlikely for him, but of course an option. And you can see Eddie's food count is not really looking too good. Let's see how he's going to cope with that. Can he go for more food here? That's 6 farms in total. The build order obviously wasn't too good, but yeah, he's dropping the deer food now. And I think he will be able to click up. JonSlow is up first now with 28 villagers for both players, but he lost the scout obviously, and therefore went for a stable with the Persians. It makes a lot of sense. You have a good start usually. You have that extra 50 wood and food, so you never should have problems in Dark Age with the Persians, really. We have double Bredex Horse Killer coming in for the players, and then JonSlow will start to go for a scout here. Wants to get map control back, maybe, wants to get some relics in. Now, Eddie in the meantime, another house coming up, and then this really looks like... whoa, wait, monks to me? 5 villagers on gold, maybe a smash from Eddie in the first game with Magyars. How's the monks looking for Magyars? They shouldn't be too good. They're missing Redemption and Atonement. You don't really want to go with the monks here, to be honest. We can see barracks now coming up from Eddie, so maybe a siege rush with some spears on the mix, and possibly a monk or 2, just to have some, like, I don't know, some helping unit, could say, despite the fact that the monks cost gold and should be the main unit here. We have a monastery coming up for Edie and a second spearman already on the way. Monastery coming up, TC coming up for JonSlow on the wood line here. I guess that's a good TC spot. And we have probably the first monk on the way here to get some relics in. 3 scouts, as far as I could see. 3 scouts against 4 military units. That's 1 scout, 2 spearmen. 3 maybe? Is it 3? It's 3 and more spearmen on the way. Interesting, but Eddie's not going for a siege workshop here. Did not sell his stone, so I guess he still wants to go for some TCs later on. And JonSlow for now is happy because he doesn't need to fight, and he's just going to be able to grab a really good 2 without any resistance. 3 TC coming up on the main stone on the wood line. I like this TC spot, it's quite good. And close to the main stone means JonSlow, in case he needs it, will be able to go for a defensive castle. There's the siege workshop coming up from Edie as expected, wheelbarrow on the way. And Edie is still not going for any extra TCs. Doesn't have a lot of wood. He invested into the spearmen and the barracks, the monastery, the siege workshop with the mangonel on the way. And we were done. 80 on 1 TC, 32 villagers, only 6 farms, maybe, no, that's only 5 farms, actually not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 villagers and 6 farms now. And Edie is going to attack and try to go in, try to be aggressive, do the damage here. I don't think this is going to work too good, to be honest. I think JonSlow should be able to defend this second siege workshop. Light cav actually done, but there is just too many spearmen around. So Terra probably needs to go back. And that was 1 conversion from Edie. Very fast one. A little bit lucky maybe, but was good for him. Loom on the way for JonSlow, which is good. Now, as it says in JonSlow's Twitch, Loom is for noobs, but you definitely need it. And we have Sanctity on the way from Edie. So he's going actually for the smash with a lot of spears in the mix, which makes sense against Persians, I guess. And there is a mangonel now from JonSlow. 1 for nothing here. Edie did not pay attention at this moment in the game. And we have a 2 for nothing with villagers still around to re-wall behind the damaged walls here. JonSlow actually is doing really fine. You can see wall damage on that mangonel, and that's a good mangonel micro. 3 for 1, which is amazing. And I guess JonSlow, yeah, has the next one on the way. So he's fine at this point in the game. 60 against 54 population. He's 21 villagers ahead. Doesn't have a lot of military units, but for now he doesn't really need them, and he's still able to re-wall behind this. Now the castle is coming up, and I think once the castle is here, Edie needs to go far around to be able to do some damage. So maybe Edie was too slow in this game. He needed to go with the siege faster, didn't need as many spearmen as he produced. That's a lot of idle resources, more or less. And the castle, I think, cannot be stopped because the castle are 9 tiles, 10 tiles away from villagers from the outside. So it is going around immediately, starting to attack this gate. And I think JonSlow needs to invest more food now into maybe light cav or even some knights, which is not really a good option against Eddie's monks, but it's possible. And there is a market coming up for JonSlow as the resources looking. 200 gold, not a lot of food in the bank. So despite the fact that he has a lot of those farms here, yeah, more coming up, he still doesn't have a good food count. Only now on the way, and JonSlow is walling, not panic walling, but quick walling. This entrance, this left hand side, this weak side. 3 mangonels. There is 2 cavalry units for Edie. Trying to find out about JonSlow's map, and there is a total of 6 mangonels moving in. Look at this, it's just crazy. And Edie is going really aggressive now. Still on 1 TC, I imagine, but he doesn't have stone left, so maybe he sold some stone. Yeah, I think so. And that's 4 mangonels left, 5 left against, I guess 2 for 3, which is good for Edie this time. And those mangonels will do a lot of damage to those walls. He will go in really fast. And what is JonSlow going to do? A watchtower coming up. Yeah, that's really a Terra move nowadays. University on the way, both Conquerors coming up here. Edie doing pikemen now, because why not? They do more damage, they're better against cavalry. I think Terra will be able to defend with his own mangonel still and the watchtower, but it's gonna be interesting to see how much damage Edie can do. Guard tower coming up here for JonSlow, very interesting. Both Conquerors done, so he definitely doesn't want to be monk rushed or siege rushed here, more or less, and he doesn't want to go into the deep mangonel fights, because usually with a 1 TC player against like 3 TCs for JonSlow, it's a lot easier to micro all the mangonels. Well, this is just beautiful. That's 8 mangonels in total. Stable is going really fast. Barracks might be next here. The house will definitely go down, and Edie is on 81 population with 59 villages now. Does he have a second TC? Actually, second TC on the main gold and third TC on that other gold. So he did not sell his stone. He waited for the resources to be able to put down some TCs. And while he's going aggressive, he's now booming of 3 TCs on the way to Imperial Age, which is amazing to see. JonSlow nowhere close. He had to invest into a castle. He invested into 2 guard towers here, another mangonel, another siege workshop, and 2 mangonels. And Edie up to Imp means, what are we going to see? I'm not sure. Magyars don't get bombard cannons. Edie is on stone apparently with a few villagers, but he won't be fast enough to get a castle up in time, and I think he needs that castle. We might see Onager upgrade, at least in theory. Right now it doesn't look like it. Edie is investing into stone, he's using the market, and he's getting his castle up. JonSlow is now on the way to Imperial Age, makes sense. I guess he also sold some things, bought some food, yeah, indeed. And the question is it going to be a mangonel and trap war, or just trap war? The mangonel's moving forward, but Edie is prepared for this, I think. Losing a few villagers, maybe. That's 1 down, but he's sending mangonels. That's 1 for 1, and the castle is getting delayed, which is not good for Edie. He needed to send his mangonels farther forward. And wow, what a money shot here. No loom for Edie. Such a big mistake. This is terrible, and this is game deciding, in my opinion. The castle is not going up. JonSlow is sending the mangonels and is taking down like 7 or 8 villagers with 1 big shot. Like this, JonSlow will be able to go for trebuchets. Look at the resources he has. He can go traps forever and ever. I think he will go for chemistry immediately to get some bombard cannons out. And like this, Edie will be able to get the first trap out if he's getting enough wood, and yes, there it is. But JonSlow also now up to Imperial Age. Trebuchet on the way, and Eddie is calling a GG, or the G here. He knows this is over, he knows he was too late, and JonSlow had a pretty decent boom on 111 villagers. So Eddie not able to do enough damage in Castle Age, and I think the money shot here was quite beautiful. Hope you enjoyed this game. See you in the second game between those 2 players, and GG.